Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you who is watching this. Today I, Yuvraj Chugh, student of batch BABM 8 of Universal Business School, affiliated with Cardiff Metropolitan University, is going to talk for my module Contemporary Business Communication in the Globalized World, module number BSP 6002, about the topic the importance of social media in the business world and the impact of social media on the business organizations. And also, we will have a quick look over English as lingua franca and its importance into the globalized world of the business. And so now, let's begin with our first topic of discussion, the importance of social media in the business world and the impact of social media on the business organizations. Media has been impacting the world since a very long time. Like there were paper news, there were radio news which were impacting the businesses all around the globe from a very long period of time, since the time we can say Britisher colonies and all. But nowadays, after the IT revolution came into the play and the internet came into the market after 2000s and shown a 4-digit massive growth, there is a lot of connection came in through the long distance firms, and between not just firms, even families living far away from each other got connected with each other through that internet. And all credit goes to a single thing called social media, a new kind of media that came into the market, all because of the IT revolution. Social media is now one of the biggest thing in the world. Like about 3.78 billion people all around the globe use any kind of social media, and which amounts to the 50% of the whole world's population. And we can now say that every single thing that is happening on social media, that is conveyed through social media, will be affecting every single part of the world. And we can say that the social media is now one of the world's biggest media for any kind of business. And now, let's not be all theoretical, but be more practical, and we'll see this with live examples how business organization has used social media to their benefits, and also we will see how social media became a reason for going down of their business. If we have to discuss the importance of social media, what could be the better time than the time of the pandemic of COVID-19? When all the business were going down, and due to the restrictions imposed by the government of not going out, not able to operate properly, at that time it was social media that took the burden of running the businesses, where it wasn't allowed to go and sit into the restaurants. It was online mode of ordering food like Swiggy, Zomato, or Just Eat, or anything, any app like that, used on social media, and through that people ordered food, get it to their home directly. And as well, we can say schools weren't able to operate. It was Zoom platform that made it possible to operate a school through an online medium, through video calls or meeting, we can say a Zoom meeting. And on the other hand, if we say the office meetings or the IT firms, one of the biggest example how social media could have been used. And on the other hand, we can see is that if we see Facebook, Instagram, or anything else, there is a new function introduced, and that is the pop-up ad function, where there are ads shown sometimes before the video, sometimes during the we scroll reels, or sometimes Facebook posts, we can see ad, where in that advertisement, if we click on that advertisement, we can just directly go to that product and we can directly order it from there on. And that is the power of social media. Not only we can get influenced for the products, but also we can directly order the product also. And these are something direct impacts of the social media. Now we'll have how company gets influenced by the social media, and how social media influences battles between the companies, or we can say positive and negative impact on the businesses. If we have to see positives of the social media, we can see one of the biggest examples of the world, that is the biggest rivalry going since a long time, that is PepsiCo versus Coca-Cola. It is going on from all the medias all around the world. Everywhere this rivalry goes on and on. And since right now it is the time of social media, this rivalry took over in the social media. During the World Cup of FIFA 2018, this rivalry came on a large way, in a big stage, where all the biggest brands were there to advertise themselves. The FIFA and the Coke brands were on the rivalry. And by the help of this graph, we will understand how this rivalry took over the stage of FIFA World Cup 2018. So we will begin with the first mention that during the starting of that World Cup, Coke had a little bit of edge over Pepsi. But then a Korean boy band YDPP becomes a project partner for the Pepsi, and it led 143,000 mentions for the Pepsi, and that time the Pepsi social media got over the Coke social media. And then the one of the biggest Korean boy band, that is BTS, came to Coca-Cola and become the spokesman ahead of the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Led to 616,000 mentions for the Coca-Cola, getting a lot over the Pepsi. And then we can see Monday, 2nd of July, Brazil versus Mexico World Cup match led to 594,000 mentions for the Coca-Cola again. Even the Neymar was the player of the Brazil who was brand ambassador for the Pepsi. Still, Coke got an edge, a bigger edge over the Pepsi. And then we can see the graph goes on and on and on, and we get to the end of the World Cup where Pepsi reveals the Cardi B Super Bowl ad led to 419,000 mentions, and in the end the Pepsi had the biggest social media capture that time. At the end of the rivalry after the World Cup, everyone thought that Coke will be up or Pepsi will be up, but in the end we can see use of social media, and this rivalry led to the win-win situation for both the companies, and both the companies ended this World Cup with the massive profit. Now we have seen the positive impact of the social media, that even after a rivalry both the companies ended into a profits. Now we'll see a negative side of the social media, how a single message can lead to massive losses for a firm. This is a tweet by the great journalist Sucheta Dalal, who was there behind the coming of the scandal of Harshad Mehta. She tweeted about this. We can see the tweet says, another scandal hard to prove outside the black box of information available with the SEBI tracking system is the return of an operator of the past who is relentlessly rigging the price of one group, although foreign entities. His specialty, and that moment a former finance minister. Nothing changes. With the tag to the Swami Subramanian, the finance minister of India, former finance minister of India, And after this tweet, all the buzz was created that which is that firm. Although at that time everybody knew there is only one company who beaten the technicals with a very high margin, that is Adani Group shares. And after this tweet, the company shares were down already, and after that the Economic Times came with this report of accounts of three FPIs owning Adani shares frozen, and this spotlighted the whole scam where the Adani was using foreign entities to rig price of their own shares, earning a lot of money. And because of this, Adani lost almost $7 billion in a week time. And now we can see the report by Adani that was published after the Economic Times came up with that report. And that report says the headline bringing of frozen accounts is completely fake news, and it is fake journalism and should be taken action against it. There is nothing like that with the Adani shares. Although the market reaction told the reality, that the truth was the shares owning companies account was frozen, and that report came out by the CDSL, the Cash Depository Services Limited of India. And after that we can see the market reactions, how Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports and Adani Power shares came down steep directly, about 10-12%, and hence this resulted into a massive fall of the Adani's all net worth, and this man fall from the second richest man to the fifth richest man directly. And then the Adani came up with something like bidding for the airports and bidding for the petroleum industry and promoting Atmanirbhar Bharat. And because of that Atmanirbhar Bharat situation, the people started to trust that company again, and now the company grown again, and that man's net worth again came up, and he became the second richest man of India again. So we can see here how social media can impact both positively and negatively. Okay, now let's get into another point of discussion, that is English as lingua franca. So what English as a lingua franca basically means is use of English language as a global use of inter-community communication. So basically it means the language in which we can communicate in the world all around the globe, so that we don't have any intercultural miscommunications. So now we know what is English as in lingua franca means. Now the real matter that holds an importance, that how does it matter? What is the importance of English as lingua franca? Now we get into that discussion. So basically, if we say the social media we earlier discussed into the earlier part of the video, we saw how it can impact, a single message can impact all around the world. A company can go up or down, the sale can go up or down, share price can go up or down. But if there is a language barrier all across the globe, then social media will not have that much of an impact. It will have only a country based impact or a region based impact. But because English is used all around the globe, it is said that English is a global language. Social media made an importance out of it. Like we can say what actually problems can occur if English is not there. Like Fiat released a car named Uno, where Uno in the Spanish means number one, whereas in Finnish it means fool. So when the car was released in the Finland, it failed drastically. The reason was the language barrier. So right now we can say English is the global language, and the reason behind is the Britisher colonization, and the places where British colonization were there, most of those countries speak English, and that is why English is the most spoken language of the world, one of the, and that is why we can say the English is a language that in the business almost completely vanishes the intercultural communication barriers. And one of the major things that came out of the English as lingua franca is it eased the internationalization of the business. The business internationalized, and that is why Tesla is able to sell their cars in China, Mercedes is able to sell their cars in India, and this video can be seen anywhere around the globe due to it is in English language. And here we conclude this video. Thank you so much for watching.